Obviously, I'm very new when it comes to animes, and I won't lie, I love the art style of it, but I wasn't a big fan of the opening sequence. And the most recent animes I've kind of watched, the opening sequence has really grabbed me and like made me want to watch it. Like the first one that comes to mind is Bleach. The first opening sequence to that was amazing, and I really kind of like wanted to get into it and watch. But I did find, this is probably going to cause a few ruptures, but I found the opening sequence a bit lame and a bit naff compared to other ones that I've seen in animes. Now, that's not to take away from it. I did enjoy it, even though in the first 3 minutes the main guy dies.
Oh, nice spoilers. Well, actually, who cares?
Dies every fucking episode. On my language.
Language is fine, man. The language is fine.
And because of this continuous death loop there seems to be in, I found it hard to track what was going on, and I started watching it and I was very much like, what? And my opinion, my face through it all was very like, But then suddenly this like badass fight scene came out of nowhere. And this is the one thing that kind of made me want to keep watching it. That just from nowhere, there was just this random story of weird English posh anime characters going, oh yes, and then we shall end. Then from nowhere they pull a big fuck of sword out of each other and just start gunning for them. And that each time would make me go, wow, and just sit back and watch. At one point I even stopped playing Diablo to watch. It proper got me. And these fight scenes were just amazing, and it actually blew me away and made me kind of want to watch more. But I just found it really hard to know what was going on, especially when this weird cat-like creation person came in and was just doing like meow meow and let me touch your face meow meow, and I was just like. You just when I kind of thought, because they started calling him a vampire, I was like, oh right, okay, here we go, story progression, and there's a big talking cat now. Right, I've lost me again. But from what I understand, that cat is quite popular because I think I've seen it in. I don't think it's Street Fighter. I think it's Marvel versus Capcom. I think that character is actually in it as a bonus character. I might be wrong. I think it is, but.
Could someone check that whilst we're...
Yep.
Because
I'm probably horrendously
wrong.
Oh,
maybe.
It intrigues me, and it is something that I will watch. But I have to say that even after I only did watch the first 4 episodes, and after those 4 episodes, when they started introducing these new outlandish characters, before I even knew what the fuck was going on with the story, it was really starting to lose me. But the fight scenes in it were amazing, and they made me want to just watch the fight scene after fight scene after fight scene, with just the meandering in the middle being like, well, she's got big tillies, let's watch her for a bit, another fight scene, brilliant. Okay. I was probably the worst person to start with.
No, it's cool. I mean, for me, I think like, that's good.
I saw big tillies and a lot of fighting going on, so I rate it a 3 out of 5 on the Kev scale.
Okay, so let's move on. Let's move on to Piotr, I guess. Let's mix it.
Sorry, follow that one, bitch.
Well, how much is Piotr saw?
The whole thing, I think.
Yeah.
Because I've only saw the first 5 episodes.
Well, let's jump to Piotr and then jump to you, Ryan, so that we get like a mix of the two.
I don't even want to like do too many spoilers. So
yeah, because that's the thing. I might suddenly go, all
right then. Go on then, Ryan next. Then. Go on.
Or I'll be like, son of a.
Go for it, Ryan.
Go on then.
Ryan next or after this?
No, Ryan.
Yeah,
notes.
I got all my. I was doing this earlier on today because Simon said it.
Simon said.
Yeah. Like Kev, the first episode, I was just like, what the fuck is Simon got us to watch like season 2 of something, and I've missed it.
Yeah, exactly. I've clearly got the wrong episode here.
So just to clear it up for everyone, the kind of the title sort of gives it away a little bit, but it's basically that they're stuck in this loop. No, you told that in the first episode, but it's very.
I was trying to work out what the hell the blaze blue meant, you know. But
yeah, sorry. Go on, Ryan. Go.
Yeah, like I was watching it, and I must have gone through about 5 different things on the web to make sure I had episode 1 and not episode 11 or something. So I was like, there's a whole storyline here I'm missing out on. Like, maybe I'm meant to know this Ragnar guy, or maybe I'm meant to know Nu or what's her name. And I was like, right, something's not right here. Very hard to get into at the start. I mean, some shows set the groundwork usually for how the rest of the stuff's going to go. Gundam, they steal Gundams and they don't get one and they fight off against them. Or what was the other one we were watching recently? It's like the assault a school and it's the same thing. The guy finds a robot suit and fights them off or whatever. But in this one, it's like...
Valve-Rave, the Liberator.
Valve-Rave, yeah. And this one, it was just like, there's a fight. She's talking about we meet again and stuff. And you're like, right, he's wanting to find her, but he doesn't know why. And these characters look the same. And now he's wanting to fight his brother, but he doesn't want to fight his brother. And it's like, wait a minute. There's a cutscene where his brother cuts off his arm, and he's not going to do something to his brother. So what the fuck's going on here? And then,
he's got blue arm. What?
Yeah.
What? And everyone should know what this is. And he goes, and they keep mentioning his special abilities, as if I meant to know. Ah, of course.
Yeah.
Now I know what the fuck he's
I
on
remember
about.
in season 2 where he found that ability.
yeah. He's like disabling the 666 and opening the 5th seal. Of course, that makes sense to do that right now.
I know when you say about SS, I'm assuming that stands for super styling and not the way that us Europeans know the SS of the German Nazi kind of like the bad
Nazis.
SS.
I think it's the nod towards Devil May Cry or whatever introduced that. Yeah.
Oh, that's the other thing as well. From watching it, I was like, hey, it's like a movie about Dante from Devil May Cry. Like, where did they get the character concept here?
Yeah.
Like, that's...
Red coat, massive sword.
All right.
I mean, for anyone watching it who's not watched it, it takes... I mean, I only watched the first... I got to 4.5 episodes. Not because I didn't want to watch it, just
they
because...
switched it up.
I was in the middle of trying to catch up just now to try and get to episode 5. But there's cat people, but you don't know why there's cat people.
Yeah.
The episode I was just on does like a little flashback that explains a lot of stuff, which makes sense. So you've got the powers that they have is called Ars Magica or Ars Magus, which is a combination between science and magic. And they did this to fight off something called the Black Beast. And they all have these powers called arch enemies, which I thought that arch enemies were like you had like each person had like a kind of alter ego that was like they were always locked in combat with or something, or they were always destined to fight. But it doesn't seem to be that.
If you can
And
post the link now, sorry.
That's right, man.
I made you a
was
mod.
gonna
You can post the link.
And the weirdest thing is
Or not.
You did on mine.
You link it. It's the name of the anime.
It
so they
linked.
know what we're
It
on about.
linked. Worked.
Did it?
Okay. But yeah,
Nope.
the main kind of bad guy seems to be this like freaky guy with green hair, who reminds me of the creepy smiling captain from Bleach.
Yeah.
Same kind of persona, or the same kind of like faces like that all the time.
Yeah.
So to me, he was obviously the kind of puppet master going on doing stuff behind the scenes. But there's this creepy little Batgirl as well who's doing something. So yeah, there's a hell of a lot to take in basically. I mean, I've not seen the whole thing. I think his brother's being controlled by this green-haired guy, and they're going to do a Super Bro team up against him. I don't know. Yeah, a hell of a first thing to give us all to watch. I wanted to watch more, but I was like, do I really care about this story? I mean, I don't associate with the character at all.
Yeah, okay. No, it's kind of cool. I like to hear the... I don't know, like... I like to hear what people think about each of it, especially, like, people who don't watch that much anime, because... Well, I know, actually, let's let Piotr say something first about it.
Yeah, I mean...
Well, spoilers!
For one. No, I mean... I had a similar impression of it when I started watching it, but I did know the fighting game it is based on before I started watching it. And what I found really weird but kind of cool is that instead of, you know how, for example, take Mortal Kombat movie, they take you through the entire story, basically introducing all the characters and showing like their fight from the start to the final boss, and then the movie's over, right? And Blast Blue basically starts with the concept of, well, we've got this anime where it's basically infinite replays of a fighting game, and the characters actually realize they are stuck in an infinite replay of a fighting game, more or less. Maybe not a fighting game, but it's a world for them, and they build the story from that. I think it's pretty cool. But yeah,
That's
so
interesting.
yeah, so
I didn't realise that.
I guess a lot of the introduction that's would be given for the characters, it's assumed that you've played the game, because otherwise you'd never watch the anime.
Would have been good to know that at the start. Just saying.
Play this game first, then watch this anime, guys. That would have helpful. Instead,
Yeah, that would have been very helpful. Now you've just said that, it all makes sense.
instead we get an
I can go
anime.
back and watch it now.
Instead we get an anime version of what appears to be Wreck-It Ralph in reverse.
Yeah, so I mean, it's I really like this. I don't know if it's if they went with it because they went like, hey, let's do a bit of breaking the fourth wall, whatever it's called. Let's make a game. Let's make an anime that is sort of inside a game where the characters start to realize it and fight against it, etc. Or whether it's just they went like, well, so let's take the story from our fighting game, which is basically expressed in about like 5 attack animations and 10 lines of text between fights, and the I don't know, colors of the characters, and let's try and make a full feature anime out of it, and that's what came out. So yeah, but there's robots, so there's that. Yeah.
What do you think of it though? Because you've seen a few animes yourself. I mean, how would you rate this one on the Piotr scale?
Yeah.
I mean, is this one you like? Is this one you recommend?
I'd get a solid purple probably in the Piotr scale.
solid
A
purple.
solid, a solid mauve.
3 out of purple, and a banana.
It's definitely a banana. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So yeah. No, I mean, I did like it mostly because of the fighting scenes, and I kind of I did watch almost everything out of Naruto, so I'm kind of used to the thing where they go like, let's do like
Yeah, even I got the right one.
yeah, 30 seconds of a cool fight, and then like 5 minutes of talking and flashbacks, and then 30 seconds of the end of the fight, and that is over because someone whipped out some crazy superpower that they have in the game.
And I would say that the director did work on Naruto. So
Exactly.
There you go.
So he did work on Naruto, so it kind of has this, but for me it's a bit of a shame. I mean, obviously animating fighting sequences in anime is probably the most time consuming, especially if you try to make them cool, and this does have some really cool effects. But I mean, I do get a feeling that if they actually cut it up and put it up as a game, or just cutscenes from a game, it could have been like 20 episodes shorter and still contain the same amount of story and fighting scenes. So yeah, there's that.
So later on, how many times does it have just scenes where they're just looking at each other going,
Dragon Ball Z
But
style.
actually, the thing is, and this is where I would say that I love this anime, and I'm going to be the protagonist because I really like this anime. Like, not it's not like my top 10 or something like that, but it's cool. And that
Is that because all three of us just slated it and you go, well, it's okay. I mean, it's
No.
not my very favourite one, but it's up there.
No, but like
Off the list. Fine, we're not doing the club ever again.
oh my god. No, but for me, like, the fact that it doesn't have any episodes where they're looking at each other just yelling is why I love it. Like, the first episode, there's 2 major fight scenes.
Yeah.
And you're like, wait a minute, if I was watching like Attack on Titan, this would be 25 episodes in. And 10 episodes of them remembering back when they, when they were a child, and how they found a book that had a page that had a crease in it. And that crease, it was like, that's what I loved about it, is that it's like, we don't have a amazing storyline, so fuck it. Let's just have loads of amazing fight scenes.